So this has been happening to me on and off for the past week or 2 weeks or so, and I just don't get why it's happening. It shouldn't be at all to me. Hi guys, my name is Franco. I'm a 25-year-old trans male living in England, and I've been medically transitioning for the past year and a half or so. I have been on testosterone for that amount of time. Basically, for me, my periods stopped after 2 or 3 months after being on testosterone. That was a surprise to me because I genuinely didn't think that that would happen so quickly. I knew it would happen eventually, but not so soon. I'm glad and grateful that it did happen so quickly, because for the past year and few months, I've just been able to have so much of a weight lifted off of me for not having periods anymore. And it's not my business to have them, realistically. But I guess the reason why it's been happening is because January this year, I switched from testo gel to libido injections, which is testosterone injections. And I thought to start off with, I would be having injections every 6 weeks for a certain period of time, and then go up to having testosterone injections every 12 weeks. That's what I thought. But I think I've had January 1 injection, 6 weeks later had another injection, and then I thought I was supposed to have another libido injection 6 weeks after that. As of right now, it's been roughly 12 weeks. And during the last appointment that I had roughly 12 weeks ago, it completely and utterly sounded like my next appointment would be 6 weeks after that. So basically 6 weeks ago now. A few weeks ago, when I emailed the place I go to for my appointments, confirming my appointments, they said I had an appointment for the start of May and then for the end of May. I was a bit confused on why my appointment last time made it seem like I'd have my injection after 6 weeks, but in reality it's every 12 weeks. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I will definitely have to ask questions when my next appointment is at the end of May. I think it's the 29th of May, which is a Thursday. I'll have to be asking a whole load of questions. I do feel like the testosterone from my last injection has worn off, and then for me to get basically period pain confirms it, essentially, because the testosterone levels in my body have decreased to a point where my body is going back to how it used to be. So for me to have that stopped, I would need to have another testosterone injection to increase my levels of testosterone. It's just happened right there. If you're someone who gets period pains and cramps, you'll understand what I'm talking about and what I'm going through right now. My pain that I used to get before transitioning medically would be so genuinely severe that I could hardly walk, hardly move in any way. And I'm not saying that right now I'm up at that point, but it is starting to be like that now. Over the past week, it was just a little bit, but now it's starting to really get higher and higher level of pain in my stomach area, and this undoubtedly feels like the same sort of pain and discomfort that I used to have. And realistically, I don't believe I can confuse this pain or uncomfortableness with anything else, because it only ever happened for one reason and one reason only, which was that I was gonna start, or that I was on my period, basically. And it is the worst thought and feeling ever, not only because of the fact that I'm trans, but just in general in life anyway. But this pain is something that I genuinely never thought I would experience ever again. I'm not criticizing the place that I go to. I don't want them to feel like it's their fault in any way. I just can't get over this level of pain at the moment, and it's definitely going to affect my sleep, because it's like 10:30, 11, and I'm just in so much discomfort right now that I just don't think I'll get to sleep as quickly as what I usually do, which is also going to affect my pain tolerance and mood and everything like that, which is not helping in any way. I just genuinely don't know how I used to get through this every month. I really have no idea. It was the worst period of time for me to go through this every month, and just knowing the fact that I would have 3 weeks until the next time it happened was so demoralizing in every way. It completely was. for me, realistically, this is one of the reasons why gender affirming healthcare should be a thing and keep continuing. And I'm so glad and grateful that I've already started medically transitioning and I'm a year and a half into it by this point by now, with Trump being involved in America and all of his things, and then that whole Supreme Court thing that's recently just happened. I'm so glad and grateful that it's just already started for me now, or a year and a half ago, because I think it would be worse if I was still waiting on the waiting list and hadn't started transitioning yet. I will just try to go to sleep tonight and then wake up tomorrow with this all gone and over with, but let's just see what happens tomorrow. So it is the next day, and as expected, when I went to sleep last night, I was getting such bad pains and it was so unbearable and uncomfortable that it made me have a really difficult time getting to sleep, and it wasn't the best experience for me at all. And then today I woke up with the pains as well. Hopefully they subside today. For me, as of right now, this is something that I just didn't think I'd ever experience again. But unfortunately I have, and I will absolutely certainly chase it up on my next appointment when I get my blood tests and my next libido injection. It's just so completely and utterly frustrating and demoralizing to me. As of right now, there's not much I can do about it, but let's just see what happens, and I'll see you in the next one.